The New England Patriots just got the buy-in they needed. Let's talk about it. My name is Aaron. This is Sports Talk Patriots on the daily, pushing out Patriots content to people just like you, regardless if the Patriots are dominating or they're 1-5. You're going to be watching. I'm going to be talking about it. So do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, like, and comment below. Again, comment, like, and I truly appreciate a subscribe, so hit that button. So today what we're going to be talking about, a lot of team buy-in, especially from some big players on the team about Drake May's performance. As well, we talk about Bill Belichick and comments made from Robert Kraft on why he was fired. Very interesting. As well, we're going to jump in at the end, some winners and losers of the Houston Texans game, and you are not going to want to miss that because there are some big names on there. So we're going to be jumping in first and foremost to some veteran players on the Patriots that are really raving about Drake May. Now, let's remember, going into this game against the Houston Texans, one of the best defenses in the NFL, Drake May's thrown in, and a lot of people had a ton of questions. How's the line going to do? How is Drake May going to do? Is he going to be able to get the ball downfield? Is he going to get destroyed in the pocket? All these different things. And I think question after question, he proved to people that he is the future. He is going to be the face of this franchise, case in point. He did well. If you saw my videos a couple days ago, I talked about how he had a B+ performance. He had some turnovers. He had some plays that were rough. But at the end, I think he impressed a lot of people, including people like Hunter Henry. Hunter Henry saying right here, I commend his toughness first and foremost. He's competitive, and it was great. He got hit a few times early. He threw that interception early. So a lot of things that he could have easily just been frustrated about and really affected his game, but he continued to play and come back, continue to fight. And there was moments in that game where you were like, hey, they might be able to make a comeback. And again, I think once they get this offensive line figured out and you have a healthy backfield in Ramondre Stevenson and potentially a true number one wide receiver, then I think you're looking at an offense that can really be clicking and really be in trouble for a lot of teams. So Hunter Henry had something to say. Kendrick Bourne, I think he did phenomenal. I pointed out that him getting hit, he kept playing. He didn't seem to be rattled. That's big. Coming into your first NFL game, playing against the big boys, and going up against a player like Will Anderson, which right now he is on pace to just be one of the greatest of this generation when we look at edge rushers, especially for someone only being in his second year. He has that potential, so it was very impressive as well. Pop and other players made great comments, and the reason this is big, this buy-in is big, is because remember, the Patriots are in a rebuild, and in a rebuild, it is so easy to almost like the Spider-Man meme, if you've ever seen that, where it's all three just pointing at all three Spider-Man each pointing at each other. And so you're in a situation where it can be easy for the environment to be toxic. And I think it's important to see this where people are buying in like, hey, if we're going to be good, we need to be in this together. And then we need to lift each other up. So it's awesome to see veterans being able to come out and say, listen, he did a great job. We saw a lot of great stuff. And moving forward, I think, the glass is half full and the future is looking much brighter. So I think that's big news for the Patriots. Comment below. What do you think? Again, I think people, liked Jacoby, and I think that was hard for a lot that he was benched. I'm saying on the team and specifically. But again, looking at this rebuild, looking at, hey, who are we building this team around? And taking a player like Drake May, who has that potential, who showed he had that poise and was able to take those hits and take those licks and throw that bad interception, but be able to get up and say, all right, next time out, let's roll. And so I think that's impressive, and I think that's high praise. So I think that is good for the Patriots being able to see that. Comment below what you think on that. As well, we jump in. Robert Kraft has finally really explained a little more in detail why Bill Belichick was fired. And I think he did a good job in essentially saying, like, listen, we kept him for 24 years. He did a phenomenal job. He's a legendary coach, best in NFL history. But we have to understand that people need to adapt. And if they don't change, it can get rough. And so essentially he was saying, listen, if they're not going to go out there and win and they continue to lose, like, this is a business. We need to make business decisions. Though that can be tough to hear, I understand that. That is part of the deal. And he had an awesome run. And he will continue probably next year to have another run. Another name that has been thrown into the hat of teams that he could potentially coach for. We've talked about the Dallas Cowgirls. We've talked about the New York Jets. New York Jets probably not, from what I've heard from a lot of people. Potentially the Bills. Sean McDermott, if he continues to make comments about Al Qaeda or whatnot, whatever he does to motivate the team, who knows there? But a lot of talent there, and you need to understand wherever he goes, it's going to be somewhere that has the potential to turn into a Super Bowl team quick. But another name that's been thrown out there is the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, again, he is the one who drafted Mac Jones, so it's very possible that he still has hope in Mac Jones. He can, look at his time towards the end with Mac Jones that, hey, the offensive line was rough. There wasn't a lot of weapons around him. So, all these different possibilities. He was jumping offensive coordinators, all these different things. And so that is a possibility. But again, Trevor Lawrence, I think, still has the ability to be a top tier quarterback. Again, I think it's just, hey, you need to be in the right coach, right system. There's a reason that when he was drafted, a lot of people thought he was a generational talent, much like Andrew Luck was when he was drafted. So again, I think that would possibly be a good situation for him. Again, you never know what will happen, but it will be interesting to see. Last but not least, we jump into just a little continuation on the game. And the reason I want to talk about this is a lot of people have commented specifically on Jaylen Powell. Now, the reason I bring this up is because he has had a rough outing. He had a rough outing against the Houston Texans. He was targeted 4 times, only made 1 catch. It was not great. And for someone who, when he was drafted, and we got to remember, in this draft class, there we go, Aaron. In this draft class, it was wide receiver heavy, meaning there was a lot in specialty players in general were taken very early. The first defensive player wasn't taken, I can't remember. It had to have been midway through the first round, but it was crazy. A lot of wide receivers were taken. I think in an average year, you see Polk as potentially a late round, first round pick. But anyways, one of his biggest attributes was he had strong hands. He was a for sure catch, and he has been struggling with drops. So I think one thing moving forward is a lot of people said, bench him. Again, he's gone from Jacoby now to Drake May. And I think he needs to continue to get opportunities. Listen, this is a rebuild, and obviously if he continues to show that he's going to drop it, then yes, he needs to be benched. I 100% guarantee. But we can't be giving up on someone this quick when it comes to someone who's this young and a lot of people had a lot of hype on. So comment down below. What do you think about that? What do you think about Jaylen Polk? Do you think he needs to be benched for a while? What do you think? Again, he is a player I think a lot of people were high on. A lot of people said it was a possibility that he was even a late round first pick. But again, what should the Patriots do with him? So comment below. On your way out, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I appreciate you guys. This is Sports Talk Patriots. My name's Aaron. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.